with the 20, my man. Big Reddit with the 28. Mr. Atomic Unicorn with the 55. I'm Dylan Knight. Thank you so much for the 4 months as well, my man. Apologies, guys. Apologies. I was not present yesterday. We had a wedding to attend. Everyone has decided to get married this year. I have not one, not two. I have 3 more weddings to go to this year. Actually, 4 more weddings to go to this year. Counting less. It's ridiculous, man. There's so much marriage. So much marriage in the air. Your pinned comment says Halo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a lie. Cross, I'm once again asking you to unban my account, please. Mods, can you look into Flo Uma? When am I going to get married? You know, I think maybe one day. Yeah, I think someday I'll probably get married again. You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta ask me that? Why you gotta put me on a spotlight? Well, I think probably soon. You know, maybe. I probably do that. What do you mean, bro? What are you talking about? Look. It's you know what I just labels, man. I feel like labels can mess things up. You know what I'm saying? If life is good, if things are good, why change it? You know, but at the same time, I know that's the end goal. That's the end goal, right? That's it. I know that's the end goal, right? Everyone wants to get married, right? So I'll probably end up getting married someday again. You know what I mean? I know. No man wants to get married. I don't believe that. My brother was the happiest man throughout his wedding. I mean, he was having the time of his life. I think marriage means something. I do. I just, you know, can I stop the music real quick? Can I just tell you where I really, I don't like ceremonies. I'm just gonna be straight with you. I don't like ceremonies. Like, honestly, I hate fucking ceremonies. You know where I'm coming from? I hate the whole process. I hate the whole sending out invitations, getting a venue, talking to the wedding planner, getting a cake, you know, I'm coming from, lining up groomsmen and bridesmaids, you know. I'm just, look, dude, I'm 34 years old. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? Fuck all of that. Yeah, I just feel like, can we just go stand under this tree? You know? And just say the words, and then we have a hell of a honeymoon. Hold on. That's also where I'm like, look, that's also where a honeymoon, like, if you want to drop money on something, why not like, I think the honeymoon is where then we can really enjoy that shit. The wedding is for everyone else. And the bride, you know where I'm coming from? But like the honeymoon, hell, let's have a hell of a time, you know? You guys should elope? No. Rika, she ain't about that life. Okay. All right. So when the day comes and I have to get married, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to tough through it and go through the whole process. Getting married in December myself, wholly expensive. I tell you, it's not, you know, yes, the money, but it's also just the, you know, look out in the audience and see people that fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, what? Well, yeah, look out there. My dad and I are going to make eye contact while I'm saying I do. Yeah, what? You know where I'm coming from? I know he doesn't want to be there. You know, 1,000%. You know, so like... I just don't like ceremonies. You know what I mean? I don't even like celebrating my birthday, guys. Every time my birthday comes around, the family's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I would like for everyone to fuck off. You know? I would like to work out. I'll probably go play a video game today. And maybe at the end of the day, I might watch a TV show. You know? So... if I could just have like little to no demands today, that's a great birthday to me. You know where I'm coming from? Cross has nightmares of getting happy birthday sung at Chili's. Oh, you wouldn't catch me in a restaurant on my fucking birthday. No. Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're like, hey, can we go? Let's go out to dinner. The fuck we are. We can go out tomorrow. Actually, let's just go out next week. You know, we're not about to go to dinner. You're gonna somehow slip a sombrero on my head and wish me happy birthday. We ain't about that. No, I just don't. Guys, I guess I'm kind of getting old and cantankerous. You know what I mean? I guess that's what it is. I'm getting a little cantankerous. You know? I can't express what it does for a man to just sit in his yard and just look at the sunset sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't need nothing. I just standing in the grass, looking out. Brother, you've been cantankerous. Just a peaceful evening. Yeah, wait till you're 40. Kukan with the tier 3. Thank you so much for the 19 months, man. What about a Morozov impersonator? I don't know what that means. Are you saying, what if someone came to my home dressed as Morozov? Well, I probably couldn't do much with that. You know what I'm saying? I probably couldn't do much with that. That'd just be weird. Yeah. Yeah. That's for the bachelor party. Anyways, everybody's getting married this year, and you know, it's a nice time. I tell you, I don't like having my own thing, but I don't mind going to people's weddings and, you know, events and stuff. You know what I mean? It's nice, you know, and happy for everybody getting married. But for whatever reason, everyone decided to get married this year. Literally, everyone's decided to get married this year. There's so many fucking marriages. AVD plays for the 7 months. Thank you. Weddings are fun unless it's your own. That's actually true, man. I will say, I'll be the guy. I'll eat all your food. I'll get your money's worth out of that open bar. We will have a good time. But it's also really nice when you're not the one footing the bill, too. You know where I'm coming from? That's when it's also really nice. Food and drinks for free. Hell yeah. What kind of dance moves does Cross pull out at the open bar? Brother, I have one universal dance move. It's been heavily scrutinized by every woman I've ever dated. It's simple. I've maintained the same dance pattern since junior high. All right. It's just a little bit of rock back and forth, baby. It's all I got. You know what I'm saying? This is a little this. At most, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. I'm consistent. I'll do that same move all night long. Like for real. If we need to be on a dance floor for 3-4 hours, I'll do it. But it'll be the same consistent dance move all night long. You try to mix it up, and it's gonna fuck things up. You know what I mean? Martin with 18 months, thank you so much. Baller with the sub, Steak with the sub. Also, Kukan, thank you so much for the tier 3, my man. Is Poro in the stream? Poro, I logged on today for Destiny 2 first. Why? Because you said you had improved your build. And so here I am. I'm waiting to see this great improvement. Poro, do you have a dim link to share with me? Can you share with one of the mods who will then place it in the stream? Do I have a mod in the stream? Do I have any employed mods? JP with the 65 months, thank you so much. Let's go, mods in the house. Can you remod the 4 you banned? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I think about it. No, guys, I am a firm believer that Poro's build is actually pretty good. But there needs to be some adjustments to it. It needs a little bit of help. It needs a way to facilitate the orb creation. So Mont or Stein, if you can get the link, that'd be great, man. Gamma Shots with the 5 months, thank you so much. Magic with 1,000 bits, my man. You guys are fucking nuts. Y'all know that? Y'all are absolutely nuts. Much love to y'all, man. I might be easy with the 10 months. Thank you. I put a video in Discord. Can you give it to one of the mods? My Discord's not open. Mod, it's Poro right there. Poro scarves. Poro scarves. On the agenda for the day, we're gonna take a look at this build. We're going to also play the last mission. We made it to the last mission in Halo. By the way, I've had so many people shit talk our Halo playthrough. Like, wow, Cross trying to play Halo like he's playing Destiny. What a shit player. Let me just say something, motherfuckers. You are going to be joining me today. I'm going to be doing fresh playthroughs. Loco, you're the first one. I'm going to be doing a fresh legendary playthrough, and I expect to watch the greatest of gameplay. You and I are going to join up. I'm going to die. I'm going to just sit there and inspect you while you play. And I expect the greatest of Halo gameplay. You would watch me solo it? Real shit? Yeah. Y'all about to be fucking humbled. This is what y'all about to be. Y'all about to get your shit kicked in. I'm gonna just say it. You gonna get your shit kicked in. All right. What has he changed? Okay. I've completed Warden -50 Deathless and Conquest Lightblade with this build. Also, if running Conquest, put resist mods on for the burn. All right. Must use attrition orbs. The Neo SMG. You're doing... Oh, interesting. Whoa. Okay, hold up. Now, shit's getting crazy. I see what you're doing. You're using the aerial denial frame GL, right? solar. All right, hold on. So let's do this. You want weapons at 150. You want class at 199. Super 165. How's that look? Is that what you wanted? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my God. What did I do to my back? I bent over. I put on a shoe. Something happened. Try to get super to 200 with fonts. Do not take weapons over 150. All right. So my question is, would you rather my class be lower and my super be higher? What would you prefer? Which would you prefer? Getting old as a bitch, dog? Brother, I'm not gonna get old. Fuck all that. I refuse. I'm gonna get on drugs if that's the case. You hear me? The fuck all. No, it ain't happening. I'm not gonna let it happen. We about to get on some good shit. Puro. Talk to me. Super needs to be higher. Okay. Well, I tell you what, peptides concern me. Everyone's taking them. A lot of people are taking them. And they're getting great results. But I'm worried, man. You know what I mean? I'm worried. What are the long-term effects? You know, I'm waiting for everyone else to test it out on themselves. And then maybe afterward I can move in. You know? It's all fun and games till someone's dick falls off. And then it's like, damn. Even if it's like a 1% chance, it's like, oh. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know. Peptides are fine. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Who fucking sent you, Big Peptide? Yeah, that's what I thought. Coming in and start saying some shit. Yeah, you got a link for that? Moose with the 43 months. Thank you so much. Big Peptide. I mean, look, maybe peptides is fine. You know where I'm coming from? I have no idea. I've watched a couple of things, but like I'm still I normally like to wait a little bit before. I never got into like I had friends get into like pro hormones and stuff. Like beast. I don't know if these were like the correct terms, but like Beastral. Was it Heladrol and some shit? And my God, they grew. They grew, man. Last, thank you so much for the big host. Mods, please get some shout outs for Les right there. Big Peptide out here trying to get us. Cross, the build is very specific. If you need me to jump into the chat so I can explain, let me know. Minus 10 points, Puro. If you have to use words to explain your build, then is it really a build? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You want me to use Neo Muna SMG? Oh my God. Well, how the is that craftable? That's not craftable, is it? What's some specific shit right there? Motherfucker. I gotta grind that? Dude, why can't you just be normal? Pick normal shit. The Neomuna SMG? What's another SMG with attrition orbs? It's a really good Strand SMG cross. Jesus Christ. Can I focus it? Probably not. What's a good SMG with attrition orbs? You can't attune it either. Well, it's got to be barrier, right? It's got to be barrier. That's a rough one, buddy. Is immortal barrier? Okay, immortal is not barrier. What's another SMG? He wants it. He says it needs to be barrier with attrition orbs. I think he's gonna make us go farm for just this damn roll. I think I'm literally gonna have to go farm for this SMG. Lord knows how long this is gonna take. What for the Neomuna SMG? What is it? What is it? Is it Strand? What is it? That's what it is. So it's Strand. It is the trifecta. He wants me to use it because of the artifact mods, the anti-barrier capabilities, and attrition orbs. That's why he wants me to use this. I see. Unraveling orbs, elemental siphon, flashover, horde shuttle, gold from lead. Or dielectric if using anarchy. Defibrillating blast. And limit break if using anarchy. I'm not. Do you want me to use anarchy? Don't give me options here, Poro. Tell me what you want. Do you want me to use anarchy? No, you want me to? Okay. So if you don't want me to use anarchy, what else would you rather me have? You want me to do 2 shreds? Does this look good right here? Dragon's Breath is better for this? Okay. Yes. All right. Lord have mercy. These stats are... Not gonna lie, kind of fucked up, huh? Terminal overload drops this, right? Drops the SMG. So orb creation wise, you don't want me to use solar siphon? All right, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm kind of shocked right now. Kind of shocked. You don't need it? Okay, you got stacks on stacks. A single charger mod. Nice. Nice. This is really good build. Going dying at level content. Is there a reason why you use this knife?
Folks, we could have a spoiler in this race. The Vex might just run away with today's grand prize.
Or if you say skill issue, that's minus 25 points. That actually might eject you from the build battle. We will suddenly not be able to do your build. I don't know. You know. I don't know. Be kind of difficult. Oh, booty! With the 10 gifted souls! Ah, damn it, Poke Booty. You coming here. You throw down the 10 gifted. Chat, drop him some love. 600 with grass might be better build for cross. Like the grass armor sets? You're missing a key layer of defense because you aren't keeping your on your mark stacks up. Oh. Oh, I see. So you're saying I need to be landing more precision hits. The hell? What's going on there? Oh, I gotta do this with this. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, y'all remember when Destiny used to have a future? I'm a little salty right now. I don't know if you can tell. Actually, I'm pretty much salty all the time. I'm pretty much fucking salty about this all the time. Remember when we had the hard to speculate? Yeah, I do remember that. And we used to speculate about so much shit. Just for the love of the game. You know what I mean? Even when we knew people were full of shit with their speculation. Be like, man, that ain't never gonna happen. Wow, very nice. If you want to be super efficient with the terminal overload, keep joining the node on the map until you find one that's further in progress. Are you serious? Like, to just abandon stage 1 and just keep joining until you find one that's stage 3? That seems kind of a dick move, huh? Let's just join the same one again. I have no idea. No idea. Do you get drops the whole way or just at the very end? Is this the most efficient way to grind for weapons, chat? It's gonna take forever to get this weapon. Y'all know that? It's gonna take an eternity. That's all right. I guess we have an eternity. Just at the end. This weapon better be worth it. It better be worth it. Bungie, please give it to me first try. How many drops do you get per run? Two at most. What's happening, guys? What's happening?
Get them before they reach the Nexus.
I miss pre-Edge of Fate numbers. Yeah, these numbers are tiny. I mean, I get the logic behind it. But yeah, the numbers when it used to be like, when you used to pop a damn, like a super and hit 999,000 damage. That shit was hot. 99999. Cool. That shit was hot, right? So Poro, why this knife and not the one that applies Scorch? Or does this one also apply Scorch? Damn, he just got shit on. Terminal overloads on a daily rotation of weapons. So what's today's rotation then? Oh my god. Oh, the SMG? Oh my god, we're so fucking lucky. Holy shit. All right. Oh, what are the chances? I think the rotation's removed. It's based on location. Oh. And you're saying my location right now is the SMG. All right. When's the location move? Moves daily. Massive, massive. So it might as well be daily. Yeah, if it's daily. Ah, damn, ah, damn. Look how quickly we have half our super back already. That's so crazy. Ah, fuck. You fuck this guy. No, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. didn't even give me a tier 5 weapon? What? Chat, is the armor any good here? Like, is this armor? What is this? Could be. Feel like it has some potential. Fuck me then. All right. Yeah, why did I get 2 shotguns? I thought y'all said the SMG is dropping. No, I have not gone. This is like my first time being back on Neomuna in like, oh my God, a long time. A long time. It's legit random. Man. Man. You guys, I gotta say, man. I love the confidence. You know what I mean? You say things so confidently. Wait, hold on. What's going on? Is there not another one going? Loot the chest? I did loot it. What are you talking about? Yeah, I already looted it. So what, I just keep hitting this over and over?
Legion's got their psychic jackhammer up and running again. See if we can...
Yeah, no. They patched, I think they patched that a long time ago, guys. Where you can leave a zone, come back, and reloot. You need the bounty from Nimbus? Oh my God. So, whoa. You said there's a way in which you can keep reloading. And you'll load into a faster, already finished run. Are the lost sectors better? Chat, we're trying to make the most of our time. We're just being efficient here. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Guys, I'm just trying to be as efficient as I can. That's it. You know, judge me if you wish. Maybe. Lost sectors are just world drops. No, chat, your theory is not working. It's loading me in the same instance over and over. Or if not even that, a brand new instance. I want the weapon. We need the SMG with attrition. Try again 700 times. All right. The uncertain fate of the looter shooter. There's a video here by Rogue Gold. Now, why are we watching this? Well, obviously we've been playing Destiny now for well over a decade. And if there was any genre that I would say is dying off the fastest, I'd argue and say looter shooters is probably, I don't know, at the top of the list. It's up there. It's like, you know, at least top 3 of like dead genres or heading in that direction.
So, the looter shooter. It is a fascinating game genre, one that I also think is at a very interesting point in its history. So today I want to dive into where we are at with looter shooters on today's market, as well as where I see them going next. Fair warning, if you've not visited the channel before, this is a The Division focused page.
My man has to throw this song in there. Y'all know that? Chill with the music. Just throw in Deep Stone Lullaby just to start this off.
Meaning there's going to be a good bit of Division 3 talk in this, as it is my most anticipated, well, anything really at this point. But I also want to extend the scope beyond just the Division, most notably with the huge news recently that Destiny would be shuttering its doors, announcing end of service for Destiny 2 last month. Destiny was the game that got me into this genre to begin with. Destiny 1 was the first looter I'd ever played back on the Xbox One, and so when it comes to looters, the vibes have just been weird lately between hope, grief, uncertainty. So I want to ramble about it all a bit. I would love to know all of your thoughts by the end of this, but yeah, let's go. What's fascinating to me about the looter shooter is that even though it is a genre that I think is fairly recognizable by name to a lot of gamers out there, it doesn't have nearly as many standout franchises or games within it as other genres do, right? Take fighting games, for example. So many I could list off, but Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Smash Bros. Come to mind. Or racing games, again, so many. Forza, Need for Speed, Mario Kart. Or if I were to talk about RPGs, I mean, that list would just be endless. Yeah. Now, part of this is due to age, right? The looter shooter is a relatively newer concept and genre. Now, it had its inspirations in earlier iterations, no doubt. Diablo is one that absolutely comes to mind, obviously without much of the shooting aspect of things. But if you're talking about the main tentpole looter shooters out there, to me, the four that come to mind are Borderlands, Warframe, The Division, and Destiny. You can let me know if you agree with.
That's it. Or at least those were the only ones that, well, Destiny is no longer on the list, but these were the four that were ongoing, that still had content, that were still alive. There were many that came and went. Most notably like Anthem or something, or Outriders is another example. But now essentially this list is down to 3.
That list or think I'm leaving anything out. Again, that's not to say that no other looters exist, but if you're talking about the big hitters that have had genuine impact and fame within the genre, those are the ones that stand out to me. So where are those franchises today? Well, for Borderlands, and for the record, I've never actually played any one of its games. Someday I should, but they just released Borderlands 4 last year. As best I can tell, it got mixed opinions, at least that is its review score on Steam. Borderlands, I feel, has always been slightly different from the others here. It has had multiple sequels. It's less prone to following the live service model, if you will, of seasons, frequent events, all of that. Then you have Warframe, which seems like it will never slow down. It continues to appeal to new players. It holds a very dedicated core audience, frequently pushes out new content. I also have to give a shout to their software engineers. Warframe is older than both Destiny and The Division 1. I have no idea how they keep it running as well as it does in spite of all that has been added over the years. Tech debt and needed restarts is a topic that we will come back to, but again, they've avoided that miraculously. But then you get to the two that I think share the most similarities, and it's the two that I'll be spending the most amount of time comparing in this video. For The Division, as regular viewers of the channel would know, Division 2 is in its 8th year of post-launch content. They're currently working on shipping a new DLC. They're developing a full-on extraction mode, modeled off of one that was back in The Division 1. But, as mentioned in the intro, all of this is really just holdover and slowly leading toward The Division 3, which is in active development. And then finally, you of course have Destiny, which I would say popularized and really mainstreamed the looter genre back in the 2010s. Unfortunately, though, as I mentioned, this just recently was put on ice, basically, with Destiny 2 putting an end to its roadmap and there being no current confirmed plans for future content.
Look at this trailer content right here, right?
Content or games. And that's left the state of this genre in just a very weird place, in my opinion. Again, in part because there is just such a limited offering of mainstream looters, and arguably the most popular and well-known one just blipped away like that. And look, I'm sure Borderlands will keep doing its stuff. They're probably quietly working on a 5th installment that we'll see in a couple of years. Warframe will absolutely keep doing its thing. It's too successful not to. I almost see that game in a realm of its own.
Yeah,
where they just keep doing their thing to please their players, and it works for them.
Yep.
Maybe what strikes me so much as a Division player about Destiny going away is that the two games really do have a lot of things in common, right? DLC release structure, co-op in-game content like raids and dungeons or incursions in the Division, new gear, exotics that come out frequently, the whole works. And complete tangent, but don't even get me started on the weird number of coincidences that Destiny and the Division have had over the years. I've wanted to make a video on that subject so many times, but ultimately it just felt a little too niche. But hear me out, both games can be abbreviated to D1, D2. The franchises released their sequels exactly 3 years apart from the first game. Both lost their PvP teams about 1 year into the second game for them to go work on spin-off and incubation projects. Both share mobile ports with similarly defined subtitles, both starting with R. I'm telling you, there's a weird number of coincidences between the two, but
What the fuck? That... oh. There's a lot of like weird overlap. Well, it seems like both essentially, I don't know. In terms of just like weird coincidences, right? Warframe reformed. Well, I tell you what, guys, I have a great time playing Warframe. I love SoFrame. We played Division, like seriously got into the Division earlier this year. And there's something about it, man. There really is something about the Division that's just, it's its own thing. Like, you know, it's kind of like Destiny in that sense. Like it's, and even Warframe, but it's like its own thing. And it's just very appealing to play. And it also feels like when, like Division, like really tests you and your build capabilities and your knowledge and everything. So like, I can see myself really getting off the Division 2 probably here this year, and especially getting into Division 3 in a big way.
a weird number of coincidences between the two, but I digress. What's funny is that prior to the end of service announcement for Destiny 2 and the layoffs that occurred at Bungie afterwards, whenever I would jump in and listen to Destiny conversations, I heard very similar requests and hopes for the future as I do in the Division space. Now, on the surface, that boils down to a lot of active Destiny 2 players saying, we need a new game. It's time for Destiny 3. Now, I know not everybody out there wants the 3 for whichever franchise. They'd rather stick with one game forever. At a certain point, though, I'm of the opinion that you have to move on, have a new iteration. Tech debt is one big reason why. We mentioned that earlier. I know any of you out there who are Division or Destiny players, you are no stranger to bugs, and this is not to say that a third game in either franchise would eliminate bugs completely, in no way, but the older a game gets, the more you add on top of it, the more prone bugs are going to become, sometimes in completely weird corners of the game that the devs aren't even touching. Also, older games make it a lot harder to implement ambitious new systems. Crossplay is a great example for the Division 2 right now. It sounds like it's fairly easy to make this a thing if you're developing a game from scratch. Turns out it's a lot harder to retroactively add it for a 7-year-old game. Also, you then have the concept of a gear refresh or just a progression reset with a new title. Because as much as I know that people don't want to lose their stuff that they worked on getting for all these years, you can't ignore that it is hard to retain interest as well as keep a balance and not lean into power creep on the devs end for these years and years that these games go on. I mean, just in the past 12 months alone, you saw tiered gear added in Destiny, prototype gear in the Division 2. These were both attempts to add a meaningful pursuit back to the gear grind, and yet a sentiment that I saw from a lot of people about both was, why not save these ideas for the sequel, for the third game? And finally, there just comes to a point where these types of games can become rather formulaic. Right? You establish a certain seasonal model. The players then know what to expect. They know what beats are coming with each update, and that's not necessarily an inherent fault of the game or something that needs to be corrected. But yeah, if you stick with one thing forever, you're likely going to keep doing what you know works.
I think so. A couple of things here. I think overhauls are necessary. Even just for the sake of, yes, the technical side, but just to spice things up. I think Destiny rolling out their tier system was really good. The problem was that it was rolled out to just the newest content. So it eliminated arguably 85% of the game, maybe 90% of the game. And so we've talked about this a bunch. If Monument to Triumph had actually launched last year with Edge of Fate, I don't believe Bungie would be in the position they're in now, where they essentially had to end in service there for Destiny. The other side of things about things becoming too formulaic, seasonal models is the thing that erodes, any type of surprise. It got to the point, guys, where we knew we were going to get an exotic in the season pass. We knew we were going to get an exotic, whether it was an exotic mission, a seasonal activity, and some small story that came along with it. Did I enjoy the seasonal stories? Some definitely more than others, but, it was formulaic. It definitely turned into something where people were just like, man, I'm not going to be that surprised. And even disregarding data miners, which I know are the ones that really expose many of the stuff going into content. There was a time in Destiny where we would be surprised. Whisper Mission was a great example of that, where it just seemingly felt like it dropped on us out of nowhere, right? There was no announcement of, hey, there's an exotic mission, go here. It was just suddenly like, what the hell is happening on IO? And you went in and you explored it, and then suddenly we were like, oh my God, there's this whole mission, this whole thing here. And surprises are important, man. It spices things up for the community. Data miners would ruin it. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how much. I personally don't look at data mine stuff. But yeah. But I really just think that when you're in the seasonal model structure, everything, you always have you always know what to expect. And then that can essentially tire itself out. You know what I mean? Avalon was like that too. I think people forget.
And so for all of those reasons and more, when I hear people talking about the desire for a Destiny 3, a lot of those conversations center around a desire to return to the mystery and wonder that the world of Destiny can offer. And again, similarly, on the Division side, I know a lot of people, when it comes to the Division 3, they really want the surprise factor to come back. They want exploration to matter again, to go out and search all of these vast cities and areas for secrets. Now, one thing that gives me hope in that regard is from the limited official comments that we have on the Division 3. Back at the end of last year, you had Julian Garrity, who is the former executive producer for the Division. From what we know, he was heavily involved with the Division 3. He gave the following quote here about how progress is going on the third title.
Within these walls in Massive, we are working extremely hard on something that I think will be as big an impact as Division 1 was.
And why that's inspiring, at least to me, is that I think both the Division and Destiny players could agree for their respective franchises that the first games were simply more iconic. Now, part of that just comes with the territory, right? Any popular franchise is likely going to have a lot of fanfare for the initial entry, and I also think part of it was just a product of the eras in which they released it. Back in 2014, 2015, 2016, we had the internet, of course. I mean, things were relatively similar to how they are now, but I would also say there was far less of this monolithic culture in terms of game information. You had YouTube, you had guides, you had forums for people to discuss things, but it didn't seem quite so instant. I mean, nowadays, if there's a surprise included in a Destiny update, in a Division 2 update, 5 minutes later, that is going to be all over social media, all over TikTok. And so again, in many ways, it does feel like that sense of surprise, that sense of wonder was lost with these first games. And I don't know if the Division 3 is going to be able to bring that back.
It's such a weird thing. I don't know if we could ever go back. You know what I mean? Because there was a time frame there we didn't even have Discord. Like you didn't even have a means of. I remember like LFG and stuff like that for games. You would have to actually go to forums. Actually, like who goes to forums anymore? You know, I remember like Destiny, for instance, their website had like groups. There was like groups that you would go to that would. I remember one was like IGN group. Another one was like, man, I can't remember all the names. And one was like called Raven or something like that. But you literally had to go to forums to find other people. And because of not having people readily available, when you got someone in your squad, I don't know about you guys. I was just happy to have someone. I remember, you know, people, we would join up, team up, and I would just be like, dude, thank God I got somebody, you know? And like the guy could have some background noise I don't like, you know what I mean? Could be farting in his fucking mic, but it's like, it's either I get annoyed and disband the team, or I put up with it and hopefully get a goddamn exotic out of this Nightfall. You know where I'm coming from? And so you kind of just was just like, hey man, I'll take what I can get. But yeah, there is something to the internet and the age of video games now where everything blows up very quickly. Both on the like positively and negatively. Things happen so quickly now, and it can go in either direction so fast. Did you find Les in a forum? No, someone on my Crotus In squad found Les. We invited Les in. Les gets on the mic. He's 13 years old. He's a squeaker. Nothing against squeakers. The reason why I call him a squeaker is because Les gets on the microphone, and just imagine this. Some 13-year-old punk getting on the microphone. He's like, listen, I'm the sword bearer. Do what I tell you to do, or you're not going to beat this raid. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck? And he's like, just do what I say. I've cleared Crota's in. And we're all like, this little shit. But then we're like, we do need a good sword bearer. You know what I'm saying? We do need a good sword bearer. And so Les ends up actually doing pretty good as a sword bearer. But as soon as I got my clear, I was like, fuck this little shit. I ain't playing with him again. You know? And then he ended up in my clan somehow, like 2 years later. And I don't know. He seemed like he didn't get better. He just learned how to hide it more. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit definitely came out eventually. He's out of line, but he's right.
I mean, there was no turning back the clock on society, but perhaps there are ways to better bake that into the core game design, ways to incentivize and invoke a need for exploration. That said, while I do have big hopes for the Division 3, I also hope that they don't go in and change things just for the sake of change. Rather, yeah. I hope that the team takes the learnings from this franchise so far and genuinely innovates on the formula, right? The Division 2 is a very derivative game, as I think Destiny 2 was as well. 3 years, or just short of that, which is the development cycle that both games had, just isn't long enough really to enact the kind of change that I think a lot of us players want. And so in light of that, and looping back to looters at large, I do think that the Division 3 could be a big one. Of course, alongside something like Warframe, which continues to be experimental among others, but there's just something magical about that new game drop. Right? I mean, of course, there's the technical side of it. The Division 3 is going to be able to take advantage of new technologies, system possibilities that just weren't there for the Division 2 or Destiny 2 back in the day. But it's also that moment where people who have dropped out over the years, who maybe see what the Division 2 has done in the meantime and said, well, that looks cool, but if I come back, then I have to learn everything. I have to pick up where I left off. Many people are just going to wait for that next reset, that next opportunity to be at an even playing field with everybody else.
Dude, that's what happened with Destiny, guys. I mean, for Destiny, people just got to the point where I had people that would jump into the stream and we would be running around, you know, consecration slamming over and over. And they'd be like, what the fuck is going on? It'd be someone that took a break from Destiny for a long time. And then they come back, they see us wielding prismatic. You know what I mean? We're like the goddamn Avatar. We've got all types of abilities and shit like that. Consecration slam. Like, or like getaway artists and things like that with different abilities. Like people saw that and they felt a level of like, some people saw it and was like, oh, I want that power. But then there was also a group of people that saw that and was like, that looks overwhelming. You know what I mean? Which is why sequels are really good. Like, I would love for a game to go on forever. But when you tack on a new number and you do a sequel, it's that, hey, we're all starting here from square one. Will we end up in the same position that we're in now? Eventually, right? But we're starting here from square one again. And so we're all in the same level playing field. But I do think that the technical jumps, everything we've ever said we wanted with Destiny, when we sat down, whether it was talking to developers directly or you guys saying what y'all wanted, a lot of it had to do with like recapturing the mystery of Destiny and the exploration side of Destiny. And dude, a lot of that is just technical limitations, to turn the game more into an MMO, to turn it into that open world, the open world aspects. Everything with Destiny was essentially getting very instance based. And so that's what we wanted in a D3, was to move in that direction. If there is a Destiny 3, then they got to twist the fabric as narrative and gameplay. I don't think, again, kind of like The Division, I don't think too much has to be changed on the gameplay side of things. Like, I really feel like Bungie has hit they've definitely altered things, but like you go, Bungie needs to change up in gameplay or, power fantasy. Well, that's how we get into a situation where we're rocking double primaries again. You know what I'm saying? And we've got static subclasses. My thing on that one is like, I think they actually hit their stride pretty well. I'm not saying that a D3 should have had like aspects and fragment systems, but I do like the customization. I think it should have continued to lean in that direction. And I do like feeling powerful. And if you think like, whoa, I'm way too powerful, it trivializes the game, go do Conquest. Go do -50 stuff. You know what I mean? Go do a day one raids. Those are the areas that will, quickly ego check you. And I know the Division has very similar things as well. I think what I wanted, what you guys have said you wanted, is like, again, that same thing. The things that D1 really captured, the mystery, the exploration, the reason to explore worlds, bigger worlds, right? Bumping into other players. But again, I don't know if that could have been pulled off easily under D2's hood. -50 was so harsh when Final Shape was out. I hated coming back and having raid style mechanics and solo missions. Like, why? Dean, what you talking about, buddy? What you mean? Can you give me an example? When you say raid mechanics in a solo mission. Ultim, thank you so much for the 8 months. He just means mechanics. Yeah, I mean, I don't. So when we say mechanics, like, standing on a plate, is that a mechanic? I guess technically, you know where I'm coming from? Shooting things in the air, like shooting a crystal or something, but those are like very low lifts. I wouldn't say they're raid mechanics, I think he's talking about symbols. Are you talking about like Witch Queen, like the campaign, and you had to like do some symbol work? Yeah, man. Yeah. The glyphs, matching glyphs in the final shape. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you mean Edge of Fates. You probably mean Edge of Fate. You're talking about where you have to turn into, you would have to, it was like, you know, you would have to shoot the thing to alter the platforms, turn into a ball, you know, go to the next area, use the teleporter to get through the lasers. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say those are like necessarily complicated mechanics by no means. I think it just, yeah, it's destination abilities, guys. And those are, let me be real, normally a miss. You know what I'm coming from? Normally a miss. It does a thing where it just feels like it extends the campaign rather than something that you're like, oh wow, this is super fun. You know, it makes it feel kind of tedious. I get that. I wish they would have reworked how we look and see our buffs and stuff. In Destiny, oh yeah, well they did add the UI where you shows the buff on your screens, and so I'm going to be real. 90% of what people call complicated mechanics in the game are not complicated. They should do like PoE and pick where your UI needs to be. We've had this conversation before with Bungie, and they completely know. Like, they completely know that the ideal universe would be like a truly customizable user interface, where if you wanted to slap your super bar, you know, up here, your chat over here, kind of like Final Fantasy 14, where you can completely customize your UI. But you know, never got to that.
And so we talked about how the looter genre has a relatively limited cast of franchises. One of my big hopes with The Division 3 is that it could be that thing to give this genre its next big push, its next big evolution, because while of course I would love The Division to last forever and it's the franchise that I care the most deeply about, there are absolutely other ideas and other corners of this genre that could be explored by other titles. Competition is a good thing. It brings the best out of each other. And one thing that I would love to see is more truly creative and artistic endeavors within the looter genre. I'm sorry to any First Descendant fans out there, but that game, along with many others that try to come along in this space, just feel generic, if I had to put a word on it. And so look, I could go on all day, but ultimately I am stoked that...
Okay. How's First Descendant doing now, guys? I have not played First Descendant in about a year. How is it doing now? Because, like, have they done any overhauls? Has it improved? It's chilling. It's okay. I would say, yeah, First Descendant is definitely more Warframe than Destiny or Division. Like the entire way that game, its formula, you know, from weapons to the different characters, like we had made, when we first played the game, we were making a lot of comparisons to Destiny, and then I played Warframe, and I was like, that was the aha moment where I was like, oh wow, okay, that's the system that they were targeting and going for. Gotcha, Fatal. Gotcha.
That The Division 3 is happening. I am also simultaneously heartbroken for any Destiny fans out there that a Destiny 3 is at least not currently seeming to happen. That said, as we all know, it is a very volatile market right now and climate within the gaming industry. It's part of why I think it is such a miracle that The Division 3 is happening at all. Yeah, and so, at the end of the day, we will see what we get from that, and we'll see where it takes the looter shooter genre moving forward. So, there you have it, folks. Those are some of my thoughts on the current state of the looter shooter genre. My current thoughts on the projects being developed within it, like the Division 3, but also the impact that the lack of an ongoing Destiny project I think will have. So, you've listened to me ramble. I would love to get your guys' thoughts on any and everything that we talked about today. Yeah, what are your biggest hopes for the Division 3 and any other new entries within this genre? Before we close out, as always, have to give a major shout out and thank you to all of our channel members. Thank you so much for your continuous support to myself, my work. It is such a joy to be able to create videos like these. But yeah, that's everything I've got for today, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you back soon. Bro Gold.
It's a really good video, man. I think, you know, just sitting down and hearing someone in the Division community and their perspective on it. I don't know. As far as like looter shooters go, I don't really know. You've got Warframe, you've got Division 3, you've got Borderlands, and I think those games are going to continue going. As far as other games looking to step in this space, you know, we get a lot of things on our docket from our agency as far as like games that are going to come out, you know, whether that's going to be within this year, whether a year from now, whether we go to, for instance, we're going to Europe next month to look at a game, and another one in Germany as well for Gamescom. And, you know, there is like, I would argue and say there's probably one that's actually trying to target the looter shooter market out of the, you know, dozen or more games that we're looking at over the next year. And so, and that, again, most of the games that are coming out over the next year really are all extractions. You know, extraction is the big space that everything is moving toward. There is another one that I'm curious about, that being the Cube from Munfish. I don't know exactly how that one's going to shake out. You know, they could pivot. I don't know. But looter shooters, man, it just doesn't seem like a space people are looking to get into. And when you see a game like Destiny die, again, to us, we go, hey, there's a wide open market right here. Right? There's tons of players here that would love to play another looter shooter. You know, to publishers who are the ones that are dropping the money there outside of, you know, I guess the developers that are self-funded, they're looking at that as, you know, reinforcement that the looter shooter genre is dying, you know, or even dead. Were you around for the video game crash of 1983? Lord, no. What happened in 83? If you come visit Germany, I'll buy you a beer or 3. Let's go, man. Let's go, Paranoidian. I'll let you know. We'll be, there's a few games. There's one I know for sure. I can't share right now, but there's one for sure that I think that Destiny players would really enjoy. We'll be looking at that in the next month. And then there's another one that's kind of in that vein, but I'll see whether or not it'll resonate with Destiny players. Oh, I mean, without a doubt, I think Division 3. I don't know when Division 3 is going to come out. But I mean, like, we're going to play it. You know, even just playing Division 2 this past year, I had a great time playing Division 2. And arguably, I think that's probably going to be one of the main games we play. Because, you know, you see the recommitment from Ubisoft. And I got to give Ubisoft credit. You know, Division 2, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought things were looking pretty rough for you guys. But they've doubled down and they greenlit Division 3. And, you know, I got to respect it that they're continuing that IP, you know. I wish I could say the same for Destiny. Division 3 is going to be late 2027 or early 2028. If Ubisoft can make a comeback, so can Bungie. I just, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. Like, believe me, like I want to have hope. I want to believe, but, you know, unfortunately, Bungie is just at the mercy of Sony. They pretty much have to do whatever Sony wants them to do. And if Sony doesn't want them to make Destiny, they're not going to make Destiny. You know what I'm coming from? We're going to still get a D3. It's just going to be under a different name. Yeah, Division 3, yeah. Sony's more set on single player and smaller base games. Phoenix with the 14 months. Thank you. Thank you. Well, there's a rumor of a Destiny style Halo game. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, I still maintain this. I tell you what, man. If the Bungie devs that have split, like that have left Bungie, ever got together, if Joe Blackburn and others ever decided, hey, we're gonna make our own studio, and we're gonna make, you know, I'm not gonna call it Destiny, but Destiny. Holy shit! I'd be so excited about that. We would keep up with that shit all the way through. The fact that Ubisoft has so many different projects makes you wonder what made it so unfathomably hard for Bungie to do the same. Well, I don't know. I don't know how big the team was, or how big the team is. What the man count is for the division. They've done a lot. I won't disagree there. It's kind of like Warframe, you know what I mean? Like D is done. They continue to roll out content. I think for Bungie, this is just, you know, they were split on too many different projects, you know. I think about how chaotic it is to start essentially 4 or 5 incubation projects. You're canning those incubation projects along the way. You lose one of them completely to Sony, that being Gummy Bears. The one you finally get out the door goes through an art scandal and multiple delays and a game director change. And then when it lands to poor reception. Good critic reviews. I'd argue Marathon actually has pretty good critical acclaim. Like it's got some solid enough reviews, but the numbers don't meet the budget. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you've got Destiny, which desperately needed a sequel a long time ago. At least an announcement of a sequel. It's not a bad game. It just didn't capture people. Yeah, unfortunately, though, the capturing the people part. Let me say it like this. You would rather launch a game with mixed reception, but millions of players, versus a game you launch with the highest of critical acclaim and the highest of Metacritic scores, whatever the fuck. You know where I'm coming from? 10 out of 10, but only 10,000 people play it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was a game that launched that had mixed reception, but they had millions of players. Destiny. Look, man, it wasn't rosy when Destiny first launched. It was actually pretty rough. Everybody was like, what the fuck is this? People were so used to to Bungie's storytelling from the previous Halo games that when we played Destiny, we were like, okay. But then Vault of Glass dropped. Then we saw, okay, this is the direction that Bungie's trying to go here. And I think somehow, some way, just trying to like Destiny trying to be unique in its own way made it stand out enough for us to give it a chance. And then we eventually got Taken King. And that was when it was like, oh, all right. Now we see what they're trying to do here. D1's launch was bomb crawls. D2 made me depressed. D1's launch was what it launched to mixed reception, guys. We have rose tinted glasses on. We look back, we're like the good old days. Believe me, I've done this multiple times. But let's be real, the reception was mixed. Okay, D2 was not mixed. D2 was ass. It was all the lessons that Bungie should have learned from D1. They completely fumbled in D2's vanilla launch. Now they made the comeback with Forsaken. So you got to give credit to Bungie on that one. They've been able to recover twice, which is why Sony is in there, I think, and putting the pressure on them, saying, "You did it with Destiny, now do it with Marathon." And I just don't know if they can. As far as looter shooters go, guys, it's my, I don't know how it ended up happening, but it's become one of my favorite genres. We'll be paying attention to everything that drops that could, remotely fill that hole, if you will, And so I hope we get a banger, man. I hope we get something down the road that's like, oh shit, here it is, I'd argue and say 3 recoveries for Witch Queen. Destiny 2 Vanilla was diabolical. Whoever made those changes had no clue what they were doing. I think the extraction genre is starting to get stale. Well, there are a lot of players in it. When I say players, a lot of games in the mix, and more being added. So, and you want to talk about formulaic? Extractions really are kind of formulaic. You know what I mean? You got your seasonal wipes. You're regrinding the same stuff. You say the same thing about Diablo or PoE, but they add so much stuff in between their seasons and new classes and overhauls the end game that it feels like you're playing a whole new game almost every time. It's so crazy to think we aren't getting any more Destiny. It is. It is. Extraction shooters just don't do it for me at all. Yeah, and I think when people hear that, especially folks in the extraction room, when they hear that are embedded in extractions, or when I say folks that hear it, Marathon players especially will be like, "Oh, so you got skill issues." You know what I mean? And it's not even about that. It's just, for me, I've experienced pretty much everything I need to experience with Marathon, and I don't really see a point in future seasons. Now, who knows? Maybe Marathon adds something next year that's fucking crazy. It seems like what they're doing more than anything is adding aspects that you would see in like Destiny. So I think Marathon's gonna kind of it will never become a true looter shooter like Destiny, but I think they're going to continue expanding on the PvE side of things. I will say this, dude. Yeah, and look, we're getting off topic here. But you want to talk about in terms of like atmosphere and just like made for just entertaining fucking gameplay, Arc Raiders for whatever reason was entertaining as fuck to me. You know, I don't know what it is about Arc Raiders. Even like when it came to extracting the social elements, the interactions with other people, you know, I still laugh my ass off at clips. The other day, Sir D, one of his videos popped up from Arc Raiders. That shit was hilarious. You know, he literally, like, there was like one clip where he gets shot. He gets told by a guy inside that was extracting, like, yo, we're leaving right now. Get in here. And Sir D's like running, man. He's running, he's dodging, and he gets shot right outside. And he's crawling, and the damn ramp closes, and it shuts him out. You know, it's shit like that. It's hilarious. I find that Arc Raiders really did nail that entertainment factor for me, both from playing and also just from watching. Proximity chat in general. Benny barking will forever be iconic. Yeah. It may be my age, late 40s, but I loathe PvP. My reaction time is just not what it was. So any content that has it is an instant no for me. I mean, I love PvP, guys. I'll play the piss out of, you know. I enjoy PvP a lot. And I don't even mind playing PvP games where you're risking loot. But I think I'm just spoiled, man. Like, I'm over here. I want like day one raids and dungeons and shit. You know where I'm coming from? Like, there's just not a lot of games that offer that. Outside of like a true, like an MMORPG. I've thought about too getting into like WoW or something. Or into Final Fantasy 14 in a big way. Because I feel like the things I want exist only in those type of games. You know what I mean? Oh shit, stage 2, let's fucking go.
Time to bring the smackdown!
Try old school RuneScape. Whoa. Whoa. Easy. I started Elder Scrolls Online yesterday. Ultimate, thank you so much, my man. Big Dex, thank you for the sub, brother. Phoenix, Hound, sorta. Ace Punk, Muff Lover. Raz, thank you, fellas. I jumped back into Final Fantasy 14. I'm having a blast. Cross, you can pick up random chests. You get a chance of it as well. Really? Of the SMG, huh? Damn, 1K does so much damage. That's crazy. Oh, what's up there? What a fast run. want that. Oh my god. What are the chances? Holy shit. Attrition Chaos Reshaped. Exactly what you asked for. Poro, I got the exact roll that you asked for. Yeah, I think we just lagged a bit there. I don't know what the hell just happened. All right, so this is the roll. This is what he wanted me to use. I hope it's good. It's barrier. It's got attrition and chaos reshaped. I'm still grinding for it. Again, it might be ass, guys. I don't even know. What's better, guys? Triumphant Pulse or Sweaty Confetti? Chaos Reshaped is the sexy part. A Hunter, what the fuck, Cross? I know, it's for build battles. It's for build battles. Kobe with the 33 months. Thank you, thank you. All right, yeah, it's barrier. Dude, I hope this breaks barrier champions, though, guys. I hope it does. Breaking barriers with a primary is such hell. Sweaty Confetti is better. No, it's very good. All right, we're gonna put it to the test then. 2 times Chaos Reshape, 1 max barriers. Ooh. No shot at -15. Is this built for a GM? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. We're gonna go put it to the test right now, guys. I really need a chest piece though. To get my level. What is it? 550? Everything's 550 except that one. Unending Tempest with target lock breaks barriers. 1 magging a barrier is not good. In -50 content, brother. That's about, for a primary, that's about the best you're gonna get. Here's what normally happens. You just don't break the barrier. You just don't fucking do it. You'll just sit there, shoot, and nothing happens. You don't even break it. I will say this, though. If Bungie came out, not that we're going to get any type of change, but if Bungie came out and said, hey, you were doing less damage than intended to barrier champions, I'd fucking believe it. I'd believe it, man. I'm going to do this. So wait a minute. Do I not have... Okay. Oh my god, dude. I'm so broke on resources. That's crazy. Alright, so... No dilation. I go in. We're going to create orbs. Let me watch this guy's playstyle real quick. This guy soloed Lightblade with this. What the fuck? He's a god. Oh, I gotta piss. Hold on. Hold on. All right, let's check this guy out.
Something you can use like you use Sagira's shell. But the only way in is through some old canals, which means we need...
Honestly, it's seriously impressive if he cleared. I mean, obviously he did clear with this build. To the untrained eye, this looks like shit. But this is just how Lightblade Conquest is, guys. So let me see how he spins his orbs. His health is doing really good staying up, and I think it's the SM. So he's primarily using the SMG here because he doesn't have ammo. But he's going to get ammo soon. He's not even taking advantage of Void Hunger, which is also crazy. I guess, I mean, that, again, testament to this build, I guess. Doesn't even need it. He's got his heals. And that ammo gen is shitty. Now he's got multiple charge ups. Oh my god, look how fast he gets the super back.
Hey, that's our guy. The one guarding the temple. What's he doing away from his post? This could be our chance.
Let me see how he does this room. He's got Chaos Reshape 2 up. No lie, I think this SMG might actually be kind of good. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Charge is so fucking chunky. Charge is so fucking chunky. Dragon Breath, topping that off. He's focusing on that. I'm trying to see when he uses his GL. I don't see it that often, but oh my god, dude, the barrages are insane right here. He didn't get back any super regen right there for whatever reason. I wonder why. Woven Mail going crazy right now. We're gonna give this a go, guys. We're gonna give this a go. I'll see if I can pull off what he's doing here. Let me get the drip right. Let's see. That's pretty good.
She said she wanted to
That just looks like some shit a hunter would wear.
I gave her a thumbs up.
Yeah. All right, let's see how this goes, guys. Oh wow, my internet is doing dog shit. Thanks, Bob. Thank you, guys. Great stuff, fellas. Great stuff. Doing a tremendous job. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Don't worry. We're getting our internet stuff looked into. Luke is actually Captain Dickhead now for essentially forever until we get some answers. So Luke calls every day, all day. Oh man, I really like that shader. I like the shaders that have like effects on it, you know? Are pretty good. Shaders that move, you know what I mean? That kind of spicy. You know what? I think I like that one the most. I can't decide. that one's got RGB. Yep. Just pick one. All right, hopefully we won't lag out. Okay. Make it match the outfits. Oh, hold on. How about that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. Chat, we are going to run the Vanguard alert. It will be -50. We are going to take off. We're going to leave the big bane on. But we're removing everything else. But we will stay at -50. We will give no buffs to ourselves. But it will still be a -50 Nightfall, which is challenging enough in itself. What's in my secondary slot? These are our weapons, guys. We have the Neomuna SMG with attrition and chaos reshaped. We have Motif here with auto loading and attrition. Again, both of these got attrition. And then Dragon's Breath alongside shards. This one.
Hey, it's the Chosen One and his ghost. Still trying to save the universe.
He's using a rocket pulse, not a GL. What?
Ah, well, don't let me stop you. You'll want to kill the Warden's servitor.
What does that look like? In the video, are we doing Lightblade right now? Loco and Clune, are we doing Lightblade right now? I saw the link talking about the video. Damn, guys, I don't know. My internet's taking an absolute dump right here. I gotta say, dude, this is the time of the year where internet just, for whatever reason, completely fucks up. You know. Clune and Loco. I was just letting you know. Oh yeah, okay. No, that's good. Thank you for letting me know, Clune. Thank you for letting me know. Loco, I mean, Clune, thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know, Clune. Also, Loco, thank you for letting me know. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I've only been spending the past 2 days now collecting the components for this build, but thank you for letting me know. All right.
Hey, it's the Chosen One and his ghost. Still trying to save the universe.
Just the reef. Escaped prisoners are destabilizing the region.
Ah, well, don't let me stop you. You'll want to kill the Warden's servitor. Things gone wackadoo.
All right, 1 stack of Chaos Reshapes.
Prison of Elders welcomes you. Press your waters.
Is that Varix?
Hell no. Varix left his pet servitor behind, and the thing went nuts. Thinks it is him. It's running the whole prison through some kind of combat drills.
All right. Do we have any bets? Yeah, we can do bets. Okay. I got repurposed charge times 5. Dude, look how long that lasts. That's crazy. Why chaos isn't bugging?
Let's move this.
You said there's a chaos reshape bug, chat. What is the bug for?
You seem like you've got some intel on this place. How many cell blocks did they open?
Let's just say you're in for the biggest gunfight to ever happen in prison. I'm a little jealous.
Incoming.
Health doesn't regenerate. Jesus. Oh, I love this sweaty confetti right there. Dude, this may be the best barrier weapon in the game right now. At least primary-wise. That is so good, chat. That is so good. At minus 50 content, you struggle. I struggle. I struggle so much with barrier champions. This is so good. It's probably the combination of the roll, probably the nanotech, the origin trait itself. Oh god, I might be dead. I'm gonna save my stuff.
Next up is a cell block for the Vex. You ever see a Vex eat? Heard the creamy scent is organic. I've been watching them from out here, but haven't seen it happen.
beautiful, dude. Honestly beautiful. Holy shit, dude. This fucking Bane is crazy. You know what? This is bad positioning on my part. Oh boy. Dude, this is such a night and day difference in this build. Ah, damn. Horror, I think you may have cooked, brother.
Important target, Guardian. 2.
I love my internet! Well, I might be dead. I'm dead. What did I do there? Run out of stacks? Chat, did my stacks fall off? I think that's the one thing I have to pay attention to is the stacks. Bill cooking so hard that the internet's getting cooked. Your internet stacks fell off briefly. Wolverine with the 9 months. Thank you so much. Is this ultimate? This is minus 50, guys. This shit's impressive. I'm impressed. Oh my god. Hot damn, hot damn. Got the unraveling in the mix. Oh my god, I got another one in there. Huge. Yeah, my bad, boys. I don't know, internet's struggling. I know we got some storms, but come on.
Round 1. Kill them, dead guardian.
Lovely. I love the part where it did no damage to him. And that's pretty good. Not gonna lie, pretty good. Oh, don't kill me. Don't hit the barrel. I think I need to get closer. I think I got damage fall left right here. Yeah, I'm too close to this barrel though. Honestly, the unraveling is keeping him at bay. That's a win, dude. I know it doesn't look like it, chats, but at minus 50, that's actually a fucking win.
Are not.
All right. Guys, I have to pick this up.
Round 2.
Or printer, indeed.
Dismantle mines, yes. Or die.
hit that barrel. Please, for the love of God. Don't hit it. No, not that one either. Oh.
Victory will earn.
Good orbs. I'm just gonna keep making orbs off this guy. Yep. What the fuck is this guy made of? Holy shit. I'm getting a lot of immunes here. Alright, one thing at a time then. There we go. This is fucking awful. Hold on. Chat, what's happening? What's happening? Hold on. Talk to me, Puro. There we go. Hey, at least I can at least break it. What a standoff.
You face the final round. A mighty cabal warrior challenges.
Damn, he's thick. All right. Dude, the SMG is actually carrying though. Like all this other stuff is great. I like Dragon's Breath, but the SMG is fucking cooking. Cammy! Ah, damn it, Cammy with the massive raid. Mods, can I please get some shout outs from Mr. Cammy? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that. I saw your pictures at GCX. Looked like it was a great time, man. Hate that I missed it this year.
What do we have here?
Use crack shot before DPS so you're radiant. I can't use it during it.
Your treasure awaits.
No way I'm going back to Neomoon and farm that shit. I'll just get it first try, you know? That easy.
Looks like the trickster left you a present. I always hated her. But she made me laugh. Hey, get ready for the biggest gunfight ever fought in
Easy clap
prison.
first try.
That crazy servitor's down here.
All right, this room's gonna be rough though. This room's gonna be rough. It's clearly it could potentially be a skill issue thing, but
An old friend is here.
no, I should have used my super after that. What in the world? I fucked up my rotation so bad. I'm depending on bot mods. Oh my god. Did I just stand in the sun? Did I just fucking stand in that shit? Yeah, that's a skill issue. Rip. Oh my god. I just got shit on. I gotta figure out how to handle this room, man. Oh my lord, I'm about to get fucked up again. Lord have mercy. This game is stressful. No lie, if this was to be like a zero death run, oh, this would be a struggle on my part. This would be a struggle, dude.
Are over my minute.
Rip. Nope, he's dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Gonna use up all the lies. I won't use them all up, but I'm gonna use up quite a few. I take that back. I might use them all up. Shit. Look, he's fucking going again. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Hold on. I'm gonna wait. Jesus Christ. Hold on. This guy's got to be fucking bugged. How many times? How many? These are back-to-back loads being blown right now. I've done this Nightfall a number of times. I've never seen it done this many times. Oh my lord, dude. Oh my lord. There we go. There we go. That was a little rough. Survivability wise.
Okay.
That was a little rough.
Making a mental note never to piss you off.
I'm gonna say it's a skill issue.
No hostiles on track. Bring the ship into transmat range.
Hey, I might be looking for someone to watch my back one of these days. To bring some.
I've never seen this boss do that much stun attack. Look, that was abnormally a lot, guys. Maybe he has, but that was the first for me. Regardless though, I think this is a huge improvement to this build, like a massive improvement. The only thing is, the moment I die and I have to start armor charges back over again, it's rough. It's rough climbing back out of that. You know what I mean? I think the second thing I would have probably done is we didn't have any resist mods on. I probably would have traded out one of these for at least one resist mod. I might have been able to get that ammo economy was actually pretty good. Might have actually put on 2 resist mods. Bob, next slide, please. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry our internet is so shit, dude. I promise we're doing everything we can, and we will try to get things improved. We're raising all types of hell, and there's literally a subdivision being built right next to us. So I mean, a hop over the road and they can bring us Frontier internet, which would be so much better. And I know Frontier gets a lot of shit talked about them, but Frontier would be so much fucking better. This build is I don't think so, guys. I think I think it is a skillful. It's a build that requires skill, and like when we look here, he finishes Lightblade, no deaths, with nearly 2 minutes left, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just say, man, I think it is a skillful base build, but I think it's a very, very good build. With that being said, though, this is a democracy here. I want you guys to vote. Which build do you like more in the Hunter class? The Skip Grenade Shinobu's Vow build that we did of Hoaxes, or this build here from Poro, which relied on shards and a number of other things. But I think one of the big standout things is this SMG, which is huge with attrition and chaos reshaped. The damage from shards of Galanor and Dragon's Breath alongside Crack Shot and On Your Mark. Is X's armor really that good? X's armor is really, really good. Again, when your shields become broken, collect all nearby orbs of power and ammo bricks. Whenever you gain, lose, or spend an armor charge, heal and gain damage reduction for a short time. It's great for survivability. I love utilizing it with my our stasis build. It's really, really good. The other build with the Shinobu's Vow build. Isn't chaos reshaped bugged? Maybe it is. I wasn't really paying enough attention to know. As equals the build won't carry me. As someone who we play with builds all the time, I personally don't like hunters that much. But this one's a fun one. This is the kind of build this one's a fun one. I think the only thing I would wonder is if 1,000 voices might even be a little bit better, but I'm not sure. 1K does a lot of damage. The poll is up, guys. The poll is up. Shinobu's Vow versus Shards of Galanor. How do you get this SMG? You get this SMG, guys, from Neomuna. You want to go to Neomuna. You want to go to Terminal Overload, wherever it may be. Click it, load in, and pray to the RNG gods. No lie, this thing is good. I've tried so many primary weapons out against barrier champions at minus 50 content. They all suck ass. Okay? That might have looked like it sucked ass, but it arguably is the best primary I have used against barrier champions. It's a combination of chaos reshapes, I think nanotech tracer rockets, but I think the big thing that's really carrying it was this, guys. We had unraveling orbs, which really helped with that. X's armor is a waste of a set bonus. Using it for survivability is ass. There are much better options. Poro, would you like to have that discussion right now with someone? Or with, what's his name? Uga Kaka? Would you like to talk to Uga Kaka about your armor set bonuses, or what alternative armor sets you would recommend? Yes, you can farm this set from Nessus from Lost Sectors. It's very fast. With the team. Poro says he has a 1,000 voices version of this build. Yeah. So he did say that in the dim link, guys. You can use 1K voices, and if you got the catalyst, it pumps a lot of damage, and you can utilize it. I think the main thing to take note of this build, guys, is this is not your typical crack shot build where you are, constantly spamming crack shot with like speed loader or something like that. This is a build that is all about orb creation, heavy damage, Shards of Galanor, which out damages even Yeet Titans. Shards of Galanor has won at 87%. Poro, congratulations, my man. Hoax, any last words? I gotta say, Hoax, I'm gonna be honest, man. I have banned a lot of people from the stream, but man, banning you is this is a good day. This is a good day. This is a magical Sunday. Hoax, I still will give you an opportunity to say whatever you would like to say in this moment. It's only fair to run the skip build again. There's people who wasn't here voting for solar. Hoax, I ran your build for 3 days straight. I ran it through multiple levels of content, and Hoax, your build wouldn't even make it past the first section of the conquest or the nightfall if it wasn't for Les coming in here saying use Cold Heart. We literally had to change your build 20 different times to make it a playable build. There goes my internet. Hold on. Let me see if this shit comes back. I love this. Guys, we're gonna have to end the stream right after this. I'm sorry. I hate to do this to y'all. But our internet is not getting better. It is fucking up, guys. I'm about to, man, dude. Luke and I we're about to figure out something. You hear me? We're about to figure out something. My question is, if the HOA wakes up tomorrow and an AT&T line just magically got trenched, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Oops. You know what I mean? Like, if it just magically happens, you know, if I went out there with the Ditch Witch and we put this bitch in the middle of the night and they come in tomorrow and they're like, what the fuck? What's going on here? What, are you going to take it out? Where you know where I'm coming from? You're going to be like, nah. Fuck this. Rip it out of the ground. Can I see your artifact mods? These are artifact mods, guys. Unraveling, Elemental, Flashover, Horde Shuttle, Gold from Lead, Defib, which is really good, and 2 Shreds, also very good. All right, guys. Everyone wave goodbye to Hoax here. Hoax, this pleases me so much. Hoax. By the way, mods, don't unban him. We always unban everyone else. I want Hoax to sit with this one for maybe a week or so. Do you have Starlink? I don't. I could set it up if I need to. I have, but here's the thing. Let me ask you something about Starlink. I live in Florida. It rains its ass off every day. I mean, we get fucking storms. I mean, it hell breaks loose on a daily cadence. Does Starlink do well in those environments? How does Starlink handle storms? What the fuck? There's an animation for bands now? Swimmy, it's so good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you since you killed me in Marathon during the Alpha, after you and your squad tracked me down. After you ratted around the map, you knew exactly where we were. It's such a surprise to see you here. Hot damn it. Swimmy, how you doing, man? How's it going over there? You don't have to answer. I don't give a shit. Pharaoh, much love to you, my man. Thank you so much for the dono on YouTube. Guys, your winner for the day's build battle is Poro. This is such a good build. I am personally saving this one. This is a top-notch build. I think Poro came back. He showed me some of the weapons that would make this really, really solid. There are some things I would definitely change. Like, for instance, this harmonic loader, I probably would take that off. Not really necessary. He probably didn't have auto-loading on his, and I do. You know, there's a world in which maybe I do load. Maybe I do like maybe Wellspring. I don't know. But overall, I think his build is really, really solid. And so, Poro, thank you for that, man. Much love to you, dude. By the way, mods, you should be writing down all the names of the winners so that we can send them. I want to send them stuff, okay? All right. As far as the conversation about Starlink, is the Starlink do bad during storms? Does it do? There we go. I fucking love this internet. God, dog, this internet is so good. Oh my God. I'm in lag purgatory. Jesus Christ, dude. Every time I call my internet company too, they don't even answer anymore. But when they would answer, they would just be like, "You've got problems? Really? We don't see anything on our end. Are you sure you got problems?" My favorite is this. My favorite is my internet company goes, "Are you wired in? Or are you on Wi-Fi?" It's like, motherfuckers. You think that's like the lowest hanging fruit right there. I had Starlink, so I know firsthand it's okay during storms. Got you. All right. Look, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I hate to have such a short stream with y'all today. I want to finish the Halo campaign, but if we're lagging nonstop, it's going to make that experience miserable. Let me figure out what's going on with the internets. I'll be back tomorrow. We are going to finish the campaign. Hear me out. We are going to finish the campaign. It is the final mission. I want us to have that experience together without the lag. You guys, though, y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Holy shit! Jackson with the 10 gifted subs!